going to be doing a tutorial. This is like a play date style. I didn't know what I was going to do until I turned the camera on. And I'm using the Drenched Metal palette. This is one of the first times I've really been using this palette. It's one of the, wow, I don't want to watch The Daily Show. This is one of the first times I've really used this palette. It's quite an opposite to the Holy Grail palette that they came out with a while ago, in the sense that it's got a lot of jewel tones, a lot of cooler tone colors. It's beautiful. And the look I created today is focusing on one color in particular, and that is I'm So Fancy, because come on, I mean, look at my back, like that is my color. And I wanted to use it without overdoing it. I think I did a pretty successful job. I'm really happy with the way that this turned out. I'm also going to be using all Royal Langnickel brushes. They have some really cool kits that I'm going to be using here. I'm using an eye kit and a face kit. They come with a brush holder that actually also turns into a brush stand. It's actually pretty awesome, and I hope you enjoy. All right, to start off this look, I'm going to use my primer, my eye primer. This is Primer Potion from Urban Decay in Enigma. I'm gonna start off with a transitioning color. So I want something that's matte, not too dark. So I'm gonna take Anaheim from the Urban Decay Gwen Stefani palette. Feel free to use something that works for your skin tone. This palette has a lot of light colors that work for me. I'm going to take one of my Royal Langnickel brushes from the eye kit, and this is the angled shader. And so this color is going to go into the crease, just like that, and then I'm just gonna blend it out, because this brush also works really well as being kind of a blending brush because it's a little bit fluffy. I'm gonna take my Drenched Metal palette from Violet Voss, Minx, right there. For applying that, what I'm gonna use is this smoky eye brush from the same set. I'm going to put this in the outer corners and kind of blend it inwards. The color that's like calling my life, like I want my life to be covered in this color, is I'm So Fancy. It's this just jewel toned, amazing blue-green, just like such a rich, beautiful color. I'm going to take the smudge brush on this Duo Blend smudge brush, and I'm going to apply this onto the lid. I don't want to go too high with it. I kind of just want it to be like this little pop of color right on the lid, so I'm not going any higher than where my eye crease is. Once I've got that on, I'm going to go, I'm gonna take Squad Goals, which is right here. And I'm going to use, this is actually a concealer brush. It's from the face kit from Royal Langnickel, but it will work really well as an eyeshadow brush as well. And for this, I'm just kind of gonna go around on the lid where I didn't use the blue I'm So Fancy color. Once I've done that, I'm going to, first of all, use my blending brush just to kind of soften this up a little bit, because I know it looks a little weird right now. And then I'm going to go back with my smudger brush and kind of just fade the edges, sort of making like a pyramid almost on the lid of I'm So Fancy, and kind of just blend it into the edges of the other colors so that it doesn't look so out of place. I want it to be a little bit darker, so I'm going to take Grunge, which is right there. Sorry, I had to bring my mirror closer because I can't see anything. I need new contacts, that's my problem. So I'm using the blending brush to kind of put this into the lid and the crease. It just kind of jives a little bit better. I like the way that Squad Goals looks, but it's a little bit too contrary, opposite color to the blue. So it works in like those inner corners, but I just don't want too much of it. I'm gonna bring the crease in a little bit up here. Kind of change the shape of the look. And doing that, I'm also, you know what, I'm also gonna bring Squad Goals up here a little bit more. You can see it a little bit more. I'm gonna take one of my Makeup Forever eye pencils. This is an I-24. It's very kind of a similar color to I'm So Fancy. And I'm going to line my lower lash line with this. Just kind of smoke it out as well. So then I'm going to take my smudger brush again and just use it to set the lower lash line. So I have I'm So Fancy on this, and I'm just going over the eye pencil. I'm gonna take a little bit more grunge, and I'm actually gonna take just like a dot of Midnight Tryst to go in the outer corners, just so it's just a little tiny bit darker. Then the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take the eyeshadow brush, and I'm going to use Blonde from my Gwen Stefani palette, and this is going to be my brow highlight. I'm also taking a little bit of grunge on this same brush and just going under the outer corners of the lower lash line, just so it kind of blends together a little bit. There we go. So now I'm going to do a black eyeliner on the waterline because it's going to just give more contrast to that blue. I'm going to use, this is a MAC one, it's called Black Black. The mascara I'm using today is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, I believe it's called. Yes. For my lashes, because this look clearly needs lashes, I'm using some velour lashes. These are called Fluff and Wispy. They're so pretty. Let me show you. Aren't they just beautiful? So now we're gonna make the cheeks pretty. For my highlight, I'm going to use Mary Luminizer from The Balm. And the brush I'm using is from Royal Langnickel, the Face Kit. It's a powder brush. The blush I'm going to use is one of the new Becca ones. This is in Tiger Lily. It's a little bit of a peachy, orangey shade. I'm gonna use the powder brush again for this. I just think it'll kind of complement all the blue going on. For my lips, I'm gonna be using one of my favorite lip products lately. This is a lip tar from OCC, Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics, and this is Memento. So then last but not least, I'm just gonna set it. This is the Skindinavia makeup finishing spray. That is it for this Violet Voss Drenched Metal Palette. Look! Hope that you guys liked it. I'll have links below where you can get everything and some discount codes, and I will see you later.